Blessed are we, magical people. Um, okay, so I felt compelled to share this publicly, and that's what we're going to do. We are going to do a weekend reading. We're going to enjoy ourselves, have fun. We'll talk a little, like we do. So just be ready to have fun. We're working with the Law of Attraction cards, as well as this is like a beat up deck, but my Metamorphosis Oracle. So we're going to work with that. Well, hello, Beatrice, Andrew, Stella Jean. Good to see you. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is, wherever you are. But we're going to have fun. We're going to do a weekend reading, pull in some of today's, which is today here is Friday. So pull some of, hey, Brittany, blessed be. We're going to pull in some of today's vibration, today's energies, and then also focus on the weekend energies. And we're going to work with two decks. We're going to work with the Law of Attraction, the Law of Attraction cards, as well as Metamorphosis, my cards, the Metamorphosis Oracle. We will utilize the Law of Attraction cards as like our theme, and then the Metamorphosis Oracle. The Metamorphosis Oracle will be utilized as more emphasis for whatever theme that is. Well, hello, Charlotte. Well, hey, good to see you. Welcome. And yeah, so we're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy and just take some time, y'all. Hey, Echo. Love your name. So take some time, y'all. Take some time to focus in, tune in with yourself, what you need to be experiencing right now, where you are. Just breathe. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your, hello, Marion. Welcome. So focus on your heartbeat. Just, tune in, pay attention to what you need, pay attention to where you are, pay attention to anything that comes to you, and realize that this is our time together. This is our time together, and you get to share. So know that this is a co-creative process. So it's not just me, shuffling cards and just talking about whatever I see, but I'm pulling from as well everyone's energy, like what we're co-creating together. So you are also welcome to share your thoughts, share what you see in the cards, share anything that pops up for you, because sometimes you might see something in a way that I don't see it, or I don't see it at that moment. And so the conversation that takes place from these cards opens up a pathway for more understanding. So what you see, or your spin on something that I see might help someone else, and it opens up a conversation, right? So that's really good. So again, take some time to just, get comfortable. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Well, hello, Angie. Hey, Tyler. Long time no see. So take some time to focus in. Take some time to, embrace yourself and call in your guides, call in your allies, your ancestors, your spirits, your gods, anything in alignment with your highest and best. Call in all the good shit. Call it in. Well, hello, Tori. And, be present, right? So take some time again to do all of that. And when you're ready, the cards, this stack for theme, this stack has been activated. So when you're ready, 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, you can comment, or you can write it down, because not everyone wants to comment. Not everyone wants to be publicly engaged, and that's absolutely fine. This is about your experience. So if you want to write it down, just write it down and take notes. 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, go ahead and comment or write down. And I'm going to shuffle these, and we'll pull from the theme cards, and we'll also get into the other cards. Oh, awesome. Good job. One more to go to. Oh, damn. Well, congratulations, Tyler. I am proud of you. So literally, I am. I really am. I'm happy for you. My readings have been showing a lot about the caterpillar stage. It told me to focus on my path to the butterfly. I can't wait to see. Awesome. You know what? When you say caterpillar, I'm thinking cocoon. And y'all, if you haven't watched, so the season 2 of Pose on Netflix has been put up. And if you haven't watched Pose, I really do encourage you to watch it. So if you haven't seen season 1, watch it. It's really good. It really is. I love it. So yeah, the cocoon, the caterpillar, the cocoon thing made me think of the episode we were watching last night. I'm not going to share with you what it is, but yeah, you should watch Pose. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Go ahead, comment or write down. Y'all, I always clean my desk and I think it's gonna be all nice. It's nice for like 2 seconds, and then I got a hot mess going on. Yes, it's I really enjoy it. Like the stories, everything. I like it. I like it. It's really good. It's very eye-opening as well. So okay, I'm gonna shuffle the Oracle deck now, and then we'll get into the cards. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Let me know how your day or your morning or what time it is where you are. I hope everyone's doing well. I did my workout this morning. I finally started weight training again. My back was feeling weird, so I stopped. Well, hello, Janie. Hello, Carolyn. So I stopped doing some weight training and started doing, intense cardio because, you want to know. But I like to ramble when I shuffle. But yeah, I started weight training again, which I'm happy for. I love building muscle. I love working out. It's really fun. Noon. Awesome. Okay, yeah, it's 11:30 here, a.m. on the 12th. So, okay. So again, 1, 2, or 3. Whew. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we're going to get into this now that I have all of these cards. Okay, so our theme cards. And again, for those of you who are new or need a refresher, the way I read, it is a general reading, yes. So all 3 cards are, pulled together for all of us. The reason why I ask you to choose a card number is because when you choose that card number, that is going to be your dominant focus. And so that just helps you personalize a general reading and make it a little more about your experience. It helps you again personalize a general experience, right? So know that all 6 cards will have a message that ties in together for all of us, but take the card, the stack that you chose, and understand that that is your focal point, and the other cards will support that. So that's how you personalize it, okay? So here we go. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so card 1 or stack 1, there's 2 cards. So the theme, okay, card 1, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. So how does that make you feel before we get into this? How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? I can change my life by changing my thoughts. What does that say to you? What is that expressing to you? What's your initial response, your initial reaction to I can change my life by changing my thoughts? Definitely go ahead and let me know. So by choosing a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. I'm going to reread that again. So by choosing a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. By focusing upon a better feeling thought, the law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore the balance of your thoughts will now improve. Okay. I bet, Beatrice. Ugh. Making negative thoughts to positive thoughts, then we project positivity. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. The thought that my thoughts are controlling my life, and if I don't like how it's going, I like that too. So let me do this. Let me see. I can share, I think. Okay, yeah. So making negative thoughts to positive thoughts, then we project positivity. I like that. So that my thoughts are controlling my life, and if I don't like how it's going, I need to think differently. I really like that too. I like it all. I that picture is funny. So and then Andrew, I have depression, so to me, stop thinking negative and think positively. Yes, within reason. So let me address that a little bit as well. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really comment on anything. And it's understanding. So we also have to work. If we have anxiety, if we have depression, if we have things that we're going through, we can't just think positively, but it is expressing that we can reach for the better thought. So when we are going through something, and again, sometimes when we're going through like really like depressing or depressive bouts, then it might be the next best thing for us could be going to our medication and taking our medication the way if we're on medication, taking medication and then utilizing that to help us keep focusing on something better, right? Again, there's so many different things that come in here. And so it's not saying, oh, just think better and negate and you know, deny all of the stuff that's going on. It's saying being mindful. If I don't feel really good, if I feel really shitty or really negative, I'm not going to just focus on the positive thought. That's going to make me you know, pissed off and irritated. Like that's, you know, so it's saying take into consideration what you're going through, what level you're at, where you are. Do not judge it. If you're feeling some type of way, allow yourself to feel that, embrace that. But when you are ready, start to think about things that feel a little better. So instead of, you know, and it takes time. It's not necessarily going to happen overnight, but it takes time to invest. And so take some time. Hey, I am feeling really, really shitty right now. Boom. That's it. That's true. I recognize that. And so now that I recognize that, I can say, I don't want to feel this way. So what can I do right now that is going to help me feel better? Does that make sense? And so I can change my life by changing my thoughts. We absolutely can. So what can I focus on? What is there a movie that you like to watch that makes you feel really good? Are there little clips that you have? Get a YouTube playlist and put up like little clips. You know, make a playlist of clips that make you feel better, that make you laugh, that, you know, and when you're in a space that you're just feeling really down, boom, bring that up and start watching it, and then start thinking about how you enjoy laughing and start thinking about the things that feel really good to you, right? Excuse me. I've been taught that when I'm suffering with my depression, I've suppressed my magic or vibes. No, I don't like, I mean, the way it reads to me, I don't like that someone said that to you, because I don't think that, like, I don't think that that's the case. Like, we all go through things differently, and it's not just a spiritual thing. There's physical reasons. There's, you know, there's so many different things, cosmic reasons, the society that we live in. There's so much that we pick up on, that it's not just because you're feeling depressed, or just because you're feeling some type of way or you're feeling down, then that doesn't mean that, oh, you've suppressed your magic. No, you're still powerful. You're still powerful. Your magic is there. So it's not, I don't like the way what that insinuates. So you're always going to be powerful. You just have to understand how you work. You have to understand and work to understand that. And sometimes that next best thought, the next best thing that we can do for ourselves is, again, either taking our medication or even going to a professional and talking to someone who is equipped to handle what we're going through. No judgment. Sometimes that's the best thing that we can do, right? So just be mindful of that, okay? So I can change my life by changing my thoughts. And ask yourself, what is the life that I want for myself? Like, what are the experiences that I want for myself? And what are the thoughts that will take me, what am I trying to say? What are the thoughts that are being presented that I need to have presented when I am manifesting that? So if I step into that life, if I step into that experience that I really love, that I want for myself, that I'm manifesting, that I'm casting for, if I step into that, right? Who is that person? Who do I become? And how do they think? Right? Does that make sense? So how do they think? And then start implementing new thought process, right? So just keep that in mind. That is the theme card for stack 1. The more detailed, interesting card is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. Yeah, Manipura, or Manipura, lustrous, fire, personal power, and life purpose. So what do you think of when you think of the solar plexus chakra? And how does it relate to changing your thoughts and improving your life? So the solar plexus chakra, it's lustrous, it's fire energy, it's personal power. It is the seat of our power. It is, it is like energy that we're connected to, that we're engaged in, and it's like very strong, our life force in a sense, in a way. And so the solar plexus chakra is more understanding. Look to your solar plexus chakra. Place your hand over the solar plexus and feel that energy, feel that vibration. And how do you feel? The I am, I like that. So warmth emanating from my center, I like that as well. Good, Donna. I'm working on having a more positive outlook. Good. Yeah, absolutely. And we can only work with what we have and keep working at it. I like that too. So my mother always told me to look for the good in people. I forget to do that with myself. Absolutely. The most important thing is to apply it to self, right? So that's really good. So solar plexus chakra, it's important that we, again, that actually, Janice, that's really great because that goes to the solar plexus chakra, the energy, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. In the solar plexus chakra, it's realizing, what? We need to look at our power. We need to apply this, but changing our thoughts about our power, changing our thoughts about our fire, what makes us us, changing our thoughts about our life, purpose, changing our thoughts that are limiting and that are holding us in a lacking experience or holding us back, is what I'm trying to say. Changing and shifting our thoughts in regards to our solar plexus chakra energy. So for those of you who chose stack 1, I would really encourage you to look into the solar plexus chakra, do some research, and again, I can give you some information, but it's important for you to take it on yourself. So do some research, because then you solidify like, hey, I'm investing, I'm looking to perfect my experience, and I'm doing this, I'm taking action. So look into the solar plexus chakra and figure out how you can apply that information that you discover and how you can apply your thoughts to bringing about a more positive and focus in on what you want for yourself sort of change. Does that make sense? And so with I can change my life by changing my thoughts, I realize it's important. I need to speak more self-empowerment and more personal power expressions, right? I need more positive self-talk in regards to me, in regards to what I am capable of, and in regards to what I hold space for in reference to who I am, how I allow people to talk to me, what I express about myself, when I look in the mirror, what I think, right? All of that is co-creating with this energy. So we know for the weekend, it's really important that we have that self. And you know what? So self-care isn't selfish, but there's nothing wrong with being selfish, because selfish is the importance and the awareness of the self. So I think, people say, selfish is terrible, but really selfish is not terrible. We are trained to think it's terrible because it's a form of disempowerment, right? But when we put ourselves first, right? When we are selfish in that sense, that is absolutely okay. And we are empowered. And when we are empowered, we can share that power with others. We can help others grow. We can be of service in a better way, right? So there's that. Let me get a sip of coffee. So what are you thinking so far? Sorry, I'm like rambling. I'm like, yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Stack 2. Stack 2, again, dominant for those who chose stack 2 and supporting for those who did not. This is the theme of this stack. The law of attraction is my life's basis. That's a cute sign. The law of attraction is my life's basis. So Since the law of attraction is the basis of your experience, an understanding of it is essential to living life on purpose. In fact, an understanding of the law of attraction is essential to living the life of joy that you come forth to live. Okay? So, what is that saying to you? How does that make you feel? So, since the law of attraction is the basis of your experience, an understanding of it is essential to living life on purpose. Living life on purpose. Who doesn't want to live life on purpose? Having that understanding of what the law of attraction is, that helps us to really navigate our world in awareness and being very conscious of what we put out there and what we hold space for, right? So, in fact, an understanding of the law of attraction is essential to living the life of joy that you come, apparently I'm conducting over here, living the life of joy that you come forth to live. Boom. So, what is that saying to you? How does that make you feel? I don't know why, but I just have to talk with my hands. Well, hello, Lisa. What's that? So we cannot give water to others if our own well is empty. We need to care for ourselves so we have the energy to help others too. Exactly. And that also goes to parents or anyone who is a guardian, right, of children, you know? So this makes me think, makes me feel like what I put out returns to me, so I must live intentionally. Yeah, in a sense, it's like what we are vibrationally emitting, right? What we allow in here, we are aligning ourselves with, right? So we are tuning in like a tuning fork or whatever. Apparently, y'all, this is a tuning fork, so okay. But you know, your vibration is shifting. So everything we allow in, everything we think, we are energy, and so we are vibrating a specific space. And so when we attract to us, almost like poke my eyes out, y'all. We attract to us based on what we are vibrating at, okay? And our understanding of what that means. So the law of attraction is my life's basis. We realize we are energetic beings. We are spiritual beings in a physical body. We are energy that is attracting. So ask ourselves, you know what? This is my life. I get to discern. I get to create. I am the creator of my own reality, of my universe. So let me be aware of how I participate in the world. It's not by denying the reality of what's going on around us, but by engaging with it from our point of attraction. Does that make sense? And so it's being mindful of how you participate, how you respond, how you react to the energy that you are that you, by it being in your world, are activating. And so everything that we are experiencing is sort of associated with the law of attraction, where we are attracting, you know, by ourselves, or where we are co-creating and attracting with other people, with other beliefs, with other programs, with, you know, where we are attracting by society, right? All of this stuff. It's really fascinating. And so let's be mindful of that, okay? So the law of attraction is my life's basis, and that is coupled with the full moon, transcendence, power, creation, psychic awareness, enlightenment, and ascension. So what do you think of the full moon, right? The full moon, I think that those two cards really fit well. The full moon in alignment with the law of attraction is my life's basis. I actually really appreciate that. Because they work really well together. So how does that make you feel? You know, what do you think of, like, okay, my life's basis, my understanding, like I can attract and I can create and I can bring to me, you know, the things that I need. And when I am conscious, when I'm aware of it, and when I invest myself and I focus in on, you know what, living in a life that I desire for myself and in a deliberate way, I have the power to create all of this shift. And what does that mean? How does that make me feel in regards to the full moon? There's another key word that popped up, which is power. And power is a theme here, it seems, because the previous card is power, solar plexus, right? And so the full moon is much power. There's a lot of energy here. So we realize we are tapping into who we really are. And when we have that understanding that as we build relationship with self, and as we build relationship with divinity, whatever you call divinity, God, goddess, you know, whatever, your choice of words, your connection to divine. We understand we are divine. We are, in a sense, an expression of the gods. We are the gods. And so the full moon, hey, what do I want to experience in life? What do I want to see happen? I'm a creator. Ask yourself, what does it mean for me? What does it mean for me to be a creator? What does it mean for me to have power? How does it make me feel to know that I can create my reality? How does it make me feel to know that I have power? How does it make me feel to know that I do have psychic energy that I can utilize to perfect my reality? What does ascension or enlightenment in my situation right now, what does that mean for my life at this moment to be enlightened? What do I need to do right now to be enlightened? What do I need to do to sort of transcend and ascend my current environment? There's a lot of questions, y'all. Thought I was just going to tell you all the information. These are a lot of questions. Again, this is for you. This is for you to perfect your weekend. This is for you to perfect the start of the next chapter in your life, right? So it's entirely up to you to take what I say and utilize it to grow if you want, and to ask these questions and start to figure out where you fit in all of this, right? My state is what I manifest around me. Yeah. I like that. Yes, absolutely. So again, with the full moon transcendence, and then my life's basis is the law of attraction, we realize there's so much to be had. There's so much to experience. There's so much fun to have, and there's so much that we are capable of. And when we focus together, and when we realize, when we put ourselves at the forefront of our experience, and we realize when we treat ourselves well, and we see ourselves as love, and we see ourselves as powerful, and we focus in on ourselves and what we want and how we want to be treated, we realize that will also transfer to the world around us. Because again, example, when we treat ourselves well, we realize we don't want other people to be treated badly. So when you see people who are very ugly and very hateful to, again, I'm going to say it again, Black Lives Matter. And when you find people who show their truth, and they meet that with hate, and they meet that with ignorance, and they meet that with a fierce, like they're fighting against that, we go back to ourselves. This is saying, hey, if our life is the basis of law of attraction, and I treat myself well, I don't want to fight with, I don't want to say your life doesn't matter. And that's what, I don't want to say, Black lives don't matter. I don't want to say that. I don't want to align with that. I don't want to hurt someone because of their color, because they're a person of color. I don't want to hurt someone because of my ignorance. I don't want that. And I don't want to hurt anything of that nature. Because I don't want to experience that myself either. Does that make sense? And so we realize, when we really come into awareness of what this means, then we start to treat our surroundings better. And we start to create the necessary change as well. It takes many people. But when we put ourselves first, and we realize where our ignorance is coming from, where fear is coming from, and we realize I don't want to fear. I don't want to invest in that. I invest in my love. I invest in treating me well. And by loving myself, I love everyone else. By loving myself, that means I appreciate and have compassion for all. By loving myself, that means I hold space for love, right? I hope that makes sense. And so that's kind of what's going on here. Again, that, the law of attraction is my life's basis, and the full moon transcendent. So it's time to be educated. It's time to be more aware. And it's time to be uncomfortable in the sense where, if we are ignorant about something, that's fine. That is temporarily fine. So if we are ignorant about something, let us Let us work together to be educated. Let us work together to find a solution, right? Let's not continue to be ignorant. That's not fine. What is fine is like, look, I don't really know anything about this subject. I really can't talk too much. This is what I know now, and I'm going to fumble with my words. I'm going to fumble with how I express myself, but I really want to be of service, and I really want to help and utilize what my platform, or utilize what I'm capable of in my life to be better and to be a solution. And so whatever that means, I will do. So if that means saying, hey, this way of thinking or this way of coming across is a little problematic, and this is why, I'll educate myself, right? So does that make sense? So the law of attraction, everything we do, let us think about us first. If we don't want to experience those things, then we shouldn't expect other people to experience those things either. And we shouldn't make it where other people should experience those things. Just saying. So that's card stack 2. So stack 3, let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Let me know. How are y'all feeling so far with this reading? It's very interesting to me, but I need to take a drink. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. So card 3. This is good. My thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time. My thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time. How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? What do you think this yes, Tammy, absolutely. So my thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time. How does that make you feel? What pops up? What do you think this is expressing to you? Full moon and solar plexus stand out to me so far. So yeah. Well, those are the two. Yeah. Standing fully in your power. Absolutely. And realizing and recognizing to stand in our power means that our power is all of us, right? Our power. We are interconnected. We are all a part of this experience. And so for when each and every one of us stands in our power, and we recognize what that means, and we recognize what we are tied to, and we understand our own divinity, and we hold space for that, we realize that means all. That means every last one of us being understanding of each other, holding love and compassion for each other, and creating the necessary changes. So when we stand in our power, when we transcend, it means we are doing this together. And the only way we can do this is if each and every one of us becomes better for ourselves in our lives, right? Absolutely. So next, my thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time. This is a lesson of patience for me. Well, hello, Connie. Be patient, for everything goes and comes in cycles. I like that. So in an attraction-based universe, there is no such thing as no. Your attention to it says yes to it. So in your physical reality, things do not manifest instantly, for there is a wonderful buffer of time that gives you the opportunity to redirect your attention more toward what you do want to experience. So how does that make you feel? What's going on? What's happening over here? So I like that, because it's, as we learn to navigate our reality, as we learn to talk to ourselves in a better way, we don't immediately heal years and years and years of trauma and years of negative self-talk. We don't, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but for the most part, we don't. That's not how we work. So as we are learning to have better self-talk, as we are learning to create and be aware of our attraction-based universe that we are experiencing this life in, as we are navigating and learning to navigate in a different way for ourselves, toxic thoughts will happen because we're working through these things. But we don't have to be fearful. Oh my gosh, I'm in this toxic mood. It's going to make this shit crazy. I'm going to manifest some really bad shit. No, there is a buffer of time, And that's why it's really good to train ourselves to recognize this is us talking with my hands. So it's really important that we recognize, okay, this is a toxic thought for me. Oh, my focus is on something that I really don't want to experience. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm aware of it. I recognize that I'm aware of it. And now I can shift focus. So then I'm going to focus in on the thoughts that are in alignment with the reality in which I seek to be a part of and in which I seek to create. Does that make sense? And so embrace the beauty of the buffer of time. We all want something immediately, but if we received immediately, most of us don't have that mindset where we're going to attract exactly what we want. So we should really be grateful and appreciative of the buffer of time so we can fine tune and alter our order. How many times, I don't go to fast food anymore, but how many times do people go to fast food and place an order? They're like, oh, no, I want something different. Oh, no, actually, this is your ability to customize your order, right? So, ooh, that's a good one. There's a lot that's being said. I'm missing stuff. Oh, well. Not oh, well, but I want to put that. So maybe sometimes we're not ready for what is being sent to us. We have to grow and learn such wonders. I like what you said there, Tammy. I like your eyes. Super pretty. So I like that because sometimes what we are asking for, we actually, and what we want, absolutely fine. Ask for what you want. Absolutely. Be clear. But sometimes we have to grow in order to get that. So there is this buffer of time. So we realize like, this is what I want. And then it's not happening immediately because we actually have to take action and we have to become the person, right? We have to become the individual that is open and that is ready to receive those things. So we think that what we're casting for isn't happening. But this is why it's so important to take action and to grow as an individual. Because again, what is it that you want? There is a buffer of time. You can alter it. You can fine tune it. And then as you grow to be that person to receive that, then you're like, maybe I want something different. So you get to alter that, right? You get to alter that. So, sorry. Living in the space between both sides of time. And so time is illusory. So time is an illusion, right? But on Earth, because of the dynamics that we live in here, it's something we work with. It's something that we utilize. And we should embrace it because it helps us. So let's not spend too much time right there. And let's get into the next card that covers this. So my thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time. And this is coupled with blue somber. I knew a girl named Somber. It was interesting. Yeah, anyways, blue somber, depth, introvert, calming, longing, communication, sadness, weighted, and focus. So blue, how does blue, there's a lot of blue, right? So my thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time and blue somber. How does this apply? How does this apply? What does it make you think of? Depth, introvert. So I guess for me, again, let me know what you think. But for me, the way it's coming up and what I'm being asked to share is the reason why we should appreciate the buffer of time, because we do go through experiences that are like overwhelming, and we get in a place that's like that is sad, that is somber, that is really heavy on the heart. We go through times where we pick up on so much emotion and we pick up on different experiences, and it's really heavy, right? And so that's okay. This is deep shit that we're uprooting. This is deep shit that we are going through. And we need that time to process. So that's why there is a buffer of time in regards to what we are creating for ourselves and when we receive it, because we need that time to really process the heavy stuff that we're going through. And instead of like immediately, again, this goes back to, I think, what we said in the beginning, instead of immediately, boom, focusing on, ooh, I feel good, when you really don't. I actually feel really shitty. So I'm not going to pretend to feel good, but I'm going to work at feeling better. So that's why. So there is this depth to the experiences that we have. There is this depth to, the manifestations, the creations, the castings for. And so things get uprooted. And when we deal with that emotional heaviness, it takes some time to really work through. And when we work through, what we are manifesting might change and alter. So instead of immediately happening, it's gaining traction, it's gaining energy. And as we're working through these things, we realize, oh, I still want this over here, but in a different way. I want it to be this. I have more clarity now that I'm able to sort of buffer and I'm able to go through this heaviness. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I feel like it did. It makes sense to me. So blue somber with, appreciating the buffer of time. So let me see. Whew. So what if we have the deep feeling of what we want, but the knowing is not there? How do I move forward from that? Like step outside of my own head. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Okay, so trust the feeling, because again, everything is energy. We are energy. Energy does not cease to exist. Energy is transferred. Energy, thoughts are energy. We pick up that energy from different spaces. So we pick up energy, we gain that. So everything is there. So if you think it is already created. It is already there because you're picking up on the energy, because again, energy does not cease to exist. Does that make sense? And so if you can think about it in that way, then you already know on some level, in some space, what it is that you want is being created, is already created. You are simply utilizing the buffer of time to get there. So now that you focus on the feeling, that is an important thing, is focusing on the feeling of it and writing it down and visualizing it and all of that and casting for it, raising that energy. But when you focus on that feeling, then you already know. You already know, because that feeling, you've given birth to something. That feeling is powerful. And if you can feel it and you can think it, you already know energy is already there and making that happen. So you can trust that it's there. And now it's just taking time for it to come through. But you also have to do the work to get there and apply yourself and take action to make sure that you're stepping into that experience. I like that. Thank you for that. So what's deep down inside, it's what I'm dealing with right now: sadness, anger, resentment, and longing. Absolutely, and again, give yourself time to work through, and figure out how to best work through. Sometimes it's journaling, sometimes it's meditating, sometimes it's talking to a professional, sometimes it's talking to a friend. There's so many different things, but when you give yourself that time, like, hey, I'm not going to judge that. And again, a really great book is Existential Kink by Carolyn Elliott. Really great book that might help you understand on a different level. So definitely look into that. Existential Kink is a really good resource. I absolutely loved it. So because my entire life has been traumatic and left me in broken pieces, I've grown and learned. Above all, I have forgiven. This entire stream is like, well, that's beautiful. Yes. And we all go through different things, and we all have different understandings, and we have different spaces, and nobody is wrong. It takes us time to get to where we want for ourselves, right? So yes. Okay, so let's see. Whew. It always gets so hot in this room. Probably the lights. I don't know, but I'm sweating. Okay, too many times we get caught up in the world's reasons. We need to find our true identity instead of feeling what people expect us to feel. Ooh, I like that. Learning to feel comfortable with our desires or our wants. Absolutely, yes, yeah. And there is nothing wrong with wanting and desiring what you want for your life. Because again, that's what makes all of us so beautiful, because we all want different things. We all want different things and different experiences for our life. And that's exciting, because I want you to have what you desire, right? And I don't want the same things. And I'm happy when you get what you want, because it shows me like, look, we can all have, right? We can all have. So I really like the cards of our weekend. I really do. Solar plexus chakra, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. Full moon, transcendence. The law of attraction is my life's basis. And my thought manifestations enjoy a buffer of time, blue and somber. So, all three cards, what are they saying to you? What are the cards expressing to you right now? Let me know. Let me know what you feel this reading is saying to you, and definitely write some notes down. Come back and watch it later if you want. But be mindful of it and hold space for it, and allow yourself to use what resonates with you to grow and to be better for yourself. So I really like, because it's reminding us, hey, you guys, we are creators. We are the creators of our reality. And what do we want to create? It starts with shifting our focus, feeling differently, and embodying that energy and holding space for that new vibration, and realizing that this is our life. We all attract. Like, I need something, so I must work, because I must work in order to pay for blah, blah, blah. So everything we do is a form of attraction on different levels. So we are already attracting everything, right? So let's be mindful of it now. Let's be aware of how we apply ourselves and what we hold space for. Not by negating and not by denying. So it's not by, oh, I'm not going to watch the news. I'm not going to educate myself on certain things. I'm not going to look at it because it's too much. No, that is choosing to remain ignorant. It is saying, be informed. Be informed. Learn when to disconnect, because we need to disconnect so we can focus in on ourselves and self-care, so we don't have to always focus. We can give a little bit of time a day to be educated and informed. Look at what's going on and use that as information. Okay, cool. This is happening. I don't like this. I don't like that this is going on. So how can I be a part of the solution? Where can I be a part of the solution? How can I fix this in my life? And what can I do to be of service and create this change? Do you see what we're doing there? We're taking what people think is as negative. We're not denying what's going on. We are learning from it, and then we're taking it and we're seeing how can we take action to make a positive change. Where can we focus to be more beneficial? And then we realize, as we are informed, it's going to make us feel defensive. It might make us feel hurt. It might make us feel overwhelmed. We might have these very heavy feelings. And when that happens, we appreciate the buffer of time in regards to manifestation, because we have the opportunity to work through our feelings, to work through our everything that's coming up. And then we get to alter whatever it is we're asking for, if as we work through, we decide we want something different, or we have more clarity of what we really want, right? So yeah, that's the weekend cards. And really quick, you guys, I'm going to do a little self-promotion because I can. So I posted, if you're on Facebook, if you look at the post down below, I'm doing a little whatchamacallit. I'm doing a little promotion of sorts, because I love giving back. I do. I love doing these readings for free. It won't let me share that. That's weird. Anyways, if you're on Facebook, look down at the post below. I'm doing basically, I'm giving a reading away if you get something on my Amazon wish list. I'm trying to get a few new decks so we can utilize when we're doing cards of the day and stuff. I'm acquiring decks that way, but I'll give you a reading. So instead of paying for a reading, like a full price reading from me, you can, get a deck on my list. Or a book. If you get both, you have the option for something extra, something more, 2 readings, or a reading and a healing service, whatever. But it's my way, because I'm able to right now, to do that this way. And it will help all of us. So do that. So definitely message me or look down the post below, I believe. I don't know why I can't post it. But I really do appreciate you. I really do. I love doing this. I enjoy sharing with you what I can. And I look forward to these chats. I look forward to this engagement. And again, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, if something comes up about the reading that you want to talk through, feel free to message me, and I'll do my best to respond, and we'll talk about it. So again, if you need anything, definitely message me. I'm here to be of service when I can and where I can, and I look forward to connecting with you. And again, I hope this reading will treat you well. Utilize it as best as you can. Take what resonates, work with it, and know that you are loved, know that you are appreciated, and know that you are important and worthy of creating what it is you desire. You deserve the best, okay? So thank you for sharing your time with me, and I will talk to you very soon. Blessed be.